Hey there, Summoners. This is B10. Hey, we're going to talk about secret dungeons and a guide to them and the teams you would use and how to find a secret dungeon and where there's a secret channel for a secret dungeon even. How about that? We're going to finish up this Dragon's DB10 run real quick, and you can see my team. The only one that's really not that's kind of out of the range is Taor, Taor, the big chimera in the middle. But you can say I use a Verde team. It's kind of a what they would call a YOLO face team, I guess. But it's not really a speed team. It's just going right after the dragon, avoiding the side two towers. It's a Verde with a lead, so you get the skill lead boost from Verde. It's the Vero, which is I have a decently ruined Vero. These are all decently ruined teams. They're 5 and 6s with level 12s and whatnot. But you can see it's a pretty stable team. It runs really nice. The reason this team works is because Taor has the skill which slows the towers. See them on the side. They're just not going to move as fast, which means the dragon's not going to pull invincibility, and then the left tower's not going to dot as much, and therefore the dragon's not going to dot as much too, right? So that's the reason it works. It's a 227, 230. It's a very respectable time. It's not a speed run. It's not a double Tark Stella Taor, no healer, go for the jugular team. And that's why I kind of wanted to show you that this could work. You could probably swap in a Hua for that. Anything that would slow the two towers down as well. Hua might not be the best bet because then the dragon's not going. The dragon's not taking damage off of that. So let's take a look at the reward. Flat on a 4. That's a seller all day. All right, so let's get into it. Secret dungeons, B2. Why are they important? Like, where would I find them? How do I run them effectively to get through there? And so I'm just going to take you through my list. Okay, well look, there's a secret dungeon in Kairos. It's open, and that's for my buddy Freaky, who I've been friends with for a long time on this game, probably over a year. So he's opened up. It's the water day, and so if you look down here, he's been running the water dungeon, and so you can really make quick runs. Like I don't need a lot of high essences. Actually, water is the only one that I do need a high essence from, but I get them off the world boss typically. I can have 3 runs on the world boss, and the rewards. If I pop into here, it's not going to show it all the way, but anyway. The rewards, you have a percent chance to get a bunch of different things. Let's look. There we go. The drop info, right? So let's go in here. I'm running somewhere in this range. These are the possibilities for the drops. All the element scrolls, legendary pieces, legendary scroll. I've never gotten a legendary scroll. I've run this hundreds of times. Light and dark scroll. I've never gotten one of those. I have gotten a mystical out of it, though. And I've not gotten a Devilmon either. I have gotten summoning pieces. I've gotten Angelmon, crystals, runes, mana, and essences. But you see this essence down at the bottom. That is where you're going to collect a lot of your essences once you kind of get into the intermediate phase of the game, the middle rounds. Not really late game. Late game players are typically have spent a lot of money on the game or have played since the game started. I guess like 2 years ago, a little over 2 years ago. So if we look back here on the secret dungeons, we can take a look at this dungeon with Freaky. So it is a water dungeon. So if I was going to build a team that is based around here, I don't really want to take any Firemons, but let's see what we could pull into here. We could pull in a mirror with an accuracy. We could definitely pull in a Lucian here. Let's take in this guy. You see I'm picking a lot of AoE teams. Taor, and we're kind of at the end here. Let's see who else could we put in that would have a pretty good AoE. Let's just go for speed. We'll throw in Bernard. We'll go no healer, and we'll see how far we can get with just an all DPS kind of a big AoE team. We'll see, and we'll just kind of let it auto. There you go. First round down, second round down, and third round down, fourth round down, into 5. And then we're past a lot of the AoEs, so it's going to kind of have to reset here. but we should get through this fairly quick. But you can see we haven't even taken a single hit yet, heading into phase 7. And I know not everybody's going to have this team. A lot of people are watching this going, yeah, that's true. I'll just pull out my Amir and my Mantura and my Teo or whatever. But you get the hint. There's a lot of farmable mons that you can be using to just run these as quickly as possible, though. So, you know, and having Bernard, I tell you, like, you don't need to have him 6-starred, but a very fast Bernard giving you that speed buff makes a world of difference. As you can see, that's the first hit we took, and we're on phase 9. So, defense break by Mantura is going to lead to a quick death on the right mon, and then we'll go to work here. Boop, little amputation by Lucian. And if I had 2 Lucians, I'd bring double Lucian for this, absolutely. A lot of people have 2 Lucians. I've been playing a year and finally got one. So a minute 12, not bad to clear this 10-stage secret dungeon, right? And so your reward's going to be pieces, and you're going to get we got 4 pieces towards it. So I'd run it 10 times, and I would have a water serpent here. Why is that good? Well, it could go towards my Mantura there, and we could skill up Mantura, right? Let's see what his skills are. I believe I have him skilled already. I do, because I run Tamer 3 a lot, and I pulled that through there. So as far as the secret dungeon and guides, if that would have been a fire dungeon, I would have taken, you know, the top row basically of my my mons there. I would have probably swapped out, let's see, probably Kona, put in Teor, just because he's a high speed. So he scales on speed for his damage, and he has an AoE on his 3rd skill, so I probably would have taken him there. So channel, like, I've heard rumors here that if you go in and you hit channel 4444, like that's the secret dungeon farming channel, if you will. I've not had much luck, but on days where you need like Bella or you know, for because that's one of the premier Inugamis, a great healer, a great attack bar buffer, or Kume for the Vero fusion, which I would recommend as your first thing that you work towards in game is to fuse Vero. He's a mon that you will use for the rest of your Summoner's War career. So hit that on the days that you need something. Talk on the channel, see if there's stuff in there. I'm going to go back to 150 where I hang out most times. But that would be the secret dungeon. If I wanted to, let's say for instance, I wanted to pop a secret dungeon, you can go in any essence into your craft house and then go into special, and if you click down here at the water, if you have if you have 10 myths and the dust, you can open a dimension door and pop open a water secret dungeon. So it could be any of them, but I would recommend that you farm lights, and then when you get 10 mediums, if you've not farmed a secret dungeon, I would pop it in here through the secret dungeon portal. Very important. Now, if you have one secret dungeon open, you cannot open up a second one until the timer expires on the first one. So if you opened up a water imp and then you farmed water, all you would get is the essence. You would not open a second water dungeon, even if you came in here to pop it through. I'm not sure if you try to pop it this way, if you could pop a second. You might be able to, but I would say, so if you hit available monsters, this is all the stuff that you could pretty much just open up by popping this dungeon, right? So important, because you might want to look and make sure the mon you need is actually something that can be popped through a portal. As far as teams and stuff like that, you just want to go through elementals, and you want to pay attention to your Kairos like I just did. I saw in there Freaky had a dungeon open. Boom, it shows you with the 1, and it's still open for 40 minutes. So I could just farm pretty much over and over and over again at 1.5 minute runs. Let's call it 1.5 minutes. I could get about 20 more runs in, and probably get a few of those serpents in, right? So, but it's not needed. So anyway. That is it for like secret dungeons and the portal and the secret channel and everything. If you need any help, just please hit me up in the comments, and we can take a look and see if we can help you find that. So have a great night. See ya.